to Refuse to Lose. My name is Joe Jordan. I'm your host today. Today, we got some talking to do about Brian Flores and these allegations that's going on with this NFL and the NFL, three NFL teams. Now, news broke out yesterday that Brian Flores, a coach, former coach of the Miami Dolphins, which is my brother J-Mo's favorite team. Shout out to J-Mo. He filed a lawsuit against the NFL and three NFL teams. Of course, the Miami Dolphins, the New York Giants, and the Denver Broncos. So we're gonna talk about what happened and why is he doing this, and I'm gonna just tell you how I feel in between, because everything has to do with the Rooney Rule. So I was talking to my brothers about this other day. If you have to come out with a rule just to hire Black people and minorities, that's a problem. And people are going to just obey the rule, but they're going to do what they want to do at the end of the day. That's how we are as human beings. People put rules in place. We're gonna follow the rules, but at the end of the day, we're going to do what we want to do. So here's the thing. All right. So this is what happened. So he was with Miami Dolphins. He got hired by the Miami Dolphins in 2019. And he said in a lawsuit in 2019, that was his first year with the Miami Dolphins. The owner, Stephen Ross, the owner had offered to pay him $100,000 per loss he took. Remind y'all, and that year, Miami went 0-7. In the first three games, they lost bad. The first three games, they lost 133-16 combined. So that makes sense. You hire a Black coach. If this is your way of not hiring a Black coach, I'm looking at this through Brian Flores' view. So you hire a Black coach, you pay him to lose. He loses. You get the quote unquote, because that year they were saying tank for Tua. Remember that? They were saying tank for Tua. And then you tank, you get the guy you want, and then you fire the coach and get somebody else and say, man, he was terrible. But guess what Flores did? He turned it around. He didn't turn it around completely, but the last 9 games, they went 5-4, and they were competitive. So he showed some promise. It's his first year. You can't fire a coach in his first year. If he go 0-7 and then finish 5-4, you can't fire him in the first year, because he had time to bring it around. So then this was going on right now. So he had an interview scheduled with the Giants, the New York Giants. He had an interview scheduled with the New York Giants. And 3 days before the interview, he get a text from Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick text, I'm gonna read it to y'all. Bill Belichick said, "Sounds like you have landed. Congrats." And then he like, "Did you hear something I didn't hear?" Bill Belichick goes, "Giants?" Like question mark, exclamation mark, Giants. And then Brian says, "I interview on Thursday." This is on either Monday or Tuesday. I interview on Thursday. It's Monday. I interview on Thursday. I think I have a shot at it. Basically, like I think I got a good shot. I mean, it looked good to me. And Bill like, "Got it. I hear from Buffalo and New York Giants, that you are their guy. Hope it works out if you wanted to." And of course, Bill Belichick would know, because he used to work in the organization. He won a Super Bowl for the New York Giants as a defensive coordinator. So he has some strings in there, so he knows probably what's going on before it happens. And Brian Flores was on Bill Belichick's staff. So Brian Flores like, "That's definitely what I want. I hope you're right, coach. Thank you." And then he had to think about it. Brian Flores had to think about it. He was like, "Hold up, coach. Are you talking to Brian Flores or Brian the Ball?" Just making sure. Y'all ever do that before? And then Bill Belichick like, "Sorry, I effed this up. I double checked and misread the text. I think they are naming the ball. I'm sorry about that, BB, Bill Belichick. And he said, thanks, Bill. Y'all ever did that? Y'all ever try to text one person and you text the wrong person? And the wrong person you text is the last person you want to text in that situation. Y'all ever been in that situation? That happened to me before, plenty of times. You know, when I'm trying to text this one person, I'm like, oh my God, all people are text. It's wild. Or you talk about one person, you try to text somebody, but really you text the person you're talking about. People do that all the time. It happened to me. People text me was talking about me, but trying to text somebody else. All right. So that's an unfortunate situation. And this is what Brian Flores said after getting that text. He said, I worked hard. I worked so hard to get where I am in football, to become a head coach. I worked so hard to become a head coach. I put 18 years in this league, and to go into what was like a sham. He said sham, a sham interview. I was hurt. I was hurt. He said the Giants did it just to show the league that they were obeying the Rooney rule. God, that's crazy. And the piggyback on the Dolphin situation. Now I'm thinking about it. Think about this year. 100,000 per loss, right? They lost 7 games in a row and turned around and won 7 games in a row. That don't happen. So I believe this. Also, benching Tua, putting Fitzmagic in 2019, benching Tua this year, put him back in. Like, he was literally trying to lose because the owner told him to lose. The owner said, this is what he said also. All right. He said that the general manager, Chris Greer, I believe, or Chris Greer, told Flores this. This is what Flores said. He said, Steve is mad that Mr. Flores' success in winning games was compromising our draft position. So everything is adding up. Like all the pieces of the puzzles are going together. No team in NFL history had lost 7 games and then won 7 games. In the 7 games they lost, they lost to the Jaguars, guys. And then they turn around and beat teams like the Ravens. They beat good teams in the second half of the season and were competitive in games they didn't win. So, man, and then in 2019, he also accused the Vikings because he also put a lawsuit with the Vikings. The Vikings for doing the same thing the Giants did. The same thing the Giants did for Vic Fangio. So look, the Rooney Rule came out in 2003. It came out in 2003. And today, 1 out of 27 coaches are black. 1 out of NFL head coaches 1 out of 27 are black. There are 5 openings. Wait, it was 5 openings right now. I think it's still 5 openings right now, or it was going into the season. But there are only 3 minority coaches. 1 is black, Mike Tomlin. And think about it. Mike Tomlin, he never had a losing season. He's arguably the best coach in NFL. Not saying he's the best coach because he's black, but it tells you that black people can coach. Give them an opportunity. And also, there are 2 non-black minority coaches, one of them being Ron Rivera for the Washington Commanders now. We command our respect. And them uniforms looking nice too, by the way. So this is ridiculous, man. This is so ridiculous. Listen, I'm disgusted by what's going on right now. And it's a shame that Brian Flores literally just Kaepernicked his career. He sacrificed his career to give opportunities for other black coaches because he probably never get a coaching job again unless a black GM or somebody who's not, but it's up to the owners most likely. But it's probably he probably never coached again, and it's sad. So that's what I have for you guys today for the NFL, and I'll see y'all in the next episode. Thank you for staying to the end. We really appreciate that. If you are listening to this on you or watching this on YouTube, we would like for you to like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and hit the notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening to this on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, etc., we would like for you to follow us on those platforms. Also, hit the notification button so you can be notified when we're out. And last but not least, no matter what platform you're listening to or you're watching it on, share it with someone you know, and they could be part of the movement also. So thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you guys next time.